So ultimately what this guy is doing is that first and foremost we want to calculate these guys over here, right? So first thing first, I mean like operation z is that we take this value, so we take the pre-value, and what's going to happen is that like if you take this value, you are calculating the values of all everything here. So if you want the range to be within this range, it's obvious that like because this calculates all the way up to here, so these bars, these these. So obviously if we want a range starting from here to here, that means we need to remove this guy over here. So therefore like operation x is basically telling you like the formula to be in this way, whereby you use the pre and then you minus off the excluded values. And so in this case it's like you're using 1 minus 2, and so you get maybe say a negative 1 for this value over here. And in terms of like them like just taking the pre, taking the excluding, it's like all this operation, this guy is like the cooldown of 1. Taking this guy is also cooldown of 1. So it's like just like saying that altogether it's just equivalent like cooldown of like a constant, which is really powerful, because if you were to actually look it in another words, might maybe say operation E. Operation E is that you're gonna take in the brute force way these bars, these bars, these bars, these, or rather within the range these bars, these bars, these. So you take all values and what is going to actually result is that you're going to actually result yourself getting the constant value based on like how many values are you actually taking, like that the question that actually does ask you. So maybe say that we take in like maybe say um, operation F is like taking care of maybe say the edge cases. So like what usually happens is that we usually plant 2 pointers. So we have a L over here and an R over here, right? So what's gonna happen is that okay, we're gonna take account into, obviously we want to take R, so R will be this 1, and we want to minus like this value. So what we usually do is that so we take R and then we want to take L minus 1, and for this case it will be this guy over here, right? And then we want to say that like L and R to be saying that like it's like within the range of whatever the guy is asking us. So and so this guy will be, so we will be using this formula of as such, so it'll be 1 minus 2 accordingly, and these guys will be able to do so. But what if, like, maybe say my L isn't over here? What if my L is over here, right? So like this guy L minus 1, there's no value over here, so we need to take care of these edge cases. So the edge case of saying that where L is equals to like index 0, right? So we want to actually default itself to actually have stored the, we want to take a value of maybe say 0 in this case. So if my L is over here, I just take this value, right? So it'll be a 1, because these bars, these bars, these bars, this equals to 1, which is the correct one. So this is the edge case that we actually do take consideration with. And as much as there's like prefix, there's also like postfix. So operation Z, there's actually prefix, and there's actually postfix as well. So what you actually realize is that prefix is these bars, these bars, these equals to this. So it's from going from left to right. But postfix is just basically these bars, these bars, these bars, this. It's like the opposite side. So it's going the other way. It's the same logic but different direction. And then we also have like prefix sum, and we also have prefix product. So what this means is basically for sum is like we plussing all the values, and for product we just multiplying the product, like the values. So it's the same logic, just that one is using sum, one is using our product. And overall, if you were to actually take a look, why do we actually use all this? It's basically it's just so much more efficient as compared to like you use the normal way, you calculate as per normal, it's gonna give you like a cooldown of like constant. I mean cooldown of like n, which is not what we want. We want constant, right? So with that, I mean this whole thing is just like under the hood for the code for prefix. Just looking forward on how can we actually implement all these items into say the code or what have you. So yeah, just looking forward if it comes to an end.